Dragons are no doubt one of the most celebrated mythological creatures. They have been used repeatedly in many different types of media, including films, TV shows, games, and books. The most recent addition to this family is the House of Dragons, which has garnered a lot of attention among its fans. What's up everyone? Welcome back to InfoFeed Daily. Today we're going to be talking about dragons. But first, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for your weekly dose of information. Stay tuned, and let's get started. Dragons are large and powerful serpents, or other reptiles with mystical powers. Dragons have been perceived differently depending on the culture they reside in. In China, they're thought of as kind and wise symbols of natural forces. Eastern dragons may signify energy and power that comes from deep within the earth, something to respect rather than fear. In opposition, European dragons didn't tend to be so benevolent. These living creatures were associated with the dark and supernatural forces and humankind's greatest enemy. The only noted exception was the Ouroboros, or a dragon devouring itself, which became symbolic for eternity, nature cycle, and completion when depicted in the shape. Dragons are also commonly known to possess certain forms of magic or other supernatural abilities, one of them being the capability to breathe fire from their mouths. Angelina Jolie reinvented the Maleficent character for a modern audience with her portrayal in the live-action film. But many will never forget Maleficent as she was originally seen, an animated bad guy who turned into a terrifying dragon. Going back to Angelina's version of the dragon, did you know that in Chinese mythology, a phoenix is also a type of dragon? In the last scene of Maleficent 2, she turned into a phoenix. Ash met Dragonair for the first time when he ventured onto Dragonite Island. It was different from the other dragons on the island, but it did not know how to fly very well. This made Ash want to teach it moves such as Dragon Dance and get it used to its wings. He may be small, but there's no denying his heroic efforts. This Eddie Murphy-voiced tiny dragon is one of the most memorable parts of the movie, minus all the flying and fire breathing that we've seen from other dragons before him.
I am the powerful, the pleasurable, the indestructible Mushu. Oh, pretty high, huh?
The animators created this little guy after paying homage to Eastern cultures, who view dragons differently than how they are portrayed here in the West. Well, it doesn't take much to figure out when you see them up close. Haku first appears as a young man around 16 years old. However, there's no telling how old he really is. His true form is that of an ancient and powerful water elemental, who chooses to live out his life as a dragon disguised as a human. To this day, there has never been a cuter dragon than Toothless from the animated film series of How to Train Your Dragon. With his big grins and cuddly nature, it's impossible to resist such an adorable creature. Who would ever be afraid of these lovable eyes, right? The popular HBO series features 3 dragons, Viserion, Rhaegal, and Drogon. However, this last one shines brighter among them due to its connection with Daenerys Targaryen. It has been revealed that the phrase Dracarys, which is what they call dragonfire, actually holds true meaning in Game of Thrones. Even without his riches and having his own mountain, Smaug was one of our favorite characters because Benedict Cumberbatch brought him to life. From the sound of his voice to how he moves, it became very clear early on that this character wasn't someone we could just overlook. It only takes a short title card for the audience to get acquainted with Westeros, but it doesn't take long for them to see exactly what they wanted. Riding Syrax over the city, Rhaenyra prepares for her father's court by flying off towards his small council meeting. Though this yellow-scaled creature may look young, he will quickly prove himself during the times of contention if needed. his niece, Daemon has lived through enough bloodshed to last a lifetime. He's the elder of many waged wars in service of House Targaryen. From what we've seen in the pilot so far, he seems like one who savors spilling his enemy's blood. Caraxes is his giant red-scaled dragon, whom Daemon keeps chained up at the Red Keep. Prior to Daemon, Caraxes was ridden by another ancestor of his, Aemon Targaryen. His nickname is Bloodworm.
Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm, do hereby name.
As the queen of all chromatic dragons, Taimat stands out from the rest. With one head for each primary color of a common species of chromatics, she has garnered much attention across many dimensions, so much so that some people believe she may even make an appearance on Stranger Things. What are your thoughts? Is it possible, or is it just another baseless story? By the end of the 20th century, it became clear that dragons were no longer universally viewed as evil creatures who had to be conquered, with some exceptional cases where a dragon would willingly befriend a human. These companions would take on the roles similar to guardian angels. Thanks everyone for watching. Comment down below your favorite stories about dragons. Till next time, see you.